Good afternoon and good morning and good everywhere, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the AG News Show. I am your host, Roberto Alvarez-Galloso, and we are here having a transatlantic interview with one of the greatest rockers of Russia. For me, it's a pleasure and an honor having him, especially when I discovered him through the literature and the channel of Jorn, who is one of the greatest writers of Norway and of Viking literature. We're here to talk with Nordloth, right?
Nordloth, yes.
Nordloth.
Yes.
For me, it's a pleasure and an honor. And I also I discovered your music because you were the author of one of the background music on one of Jorn's videos, if I am correct.
Unfortunately, not. I wanted to make music for his videos, but the things went wrong, and we just decided that my song to North that I want this song to become the soundtrack for one of the videos of Bjorn, and he said that I should upload this to my own channel, and he promised he will help me to gain some viewers. So he did it, and I'm really thankful to him for this.
Great.
Yeah.
How did you get started in music in general, and how did you get started in music and in rock in general? How was your beginnings?
Yes, thank you for this very deep question. I started when I was really very young. When I was 5 years old, my parents sent me to the music school. I went to two schools. The first was my ordinary school, and the second was the music school that I went in evenings. And I hated music. I had to play music when I was young because there were teachers that forced me to play the songs I don't love. 50% of them were old Soviet pop songs, and this is just not my cup of tea. Later, when I finished that school, I was maybe 11 or 12 years old. Some time ago, I've bought my first guitar, my first acoustic guitar. You can see exactly this guitar in my videos on my channel. This is my first guitar. And I started play some classic songs. Rock music was popular when I was a teenager, and I just wanted to play it, to learn, and I just discovered the new world of music that I really liked, and that's it. I just played it. And of course, the background of my music school gave me some pros, because gave me some profit, because I learned music theory, and learning new things was much easier for me because I knew the basics of music. So I started like this with one acoustic guitar and gigantic will to play and write music.
Great. And your genre is your genre is gothic metallic or metallic, right? Because some of the music at first sounds metallic. It's beautiful. I like the music that you're having now. compared with what we have seen otherwise, because I too have been exposed. I had some relatives in Russia. They were from Cuba. I had them in Russia, and that time the Soviet Union. And I did remember one time they sent me, this was a long time ago before the CDs, they sent me an extended play of Soviet rock. I'm not going to make any comments because again, I leave the comments to you who have lived in the Soviet Union in Russia, which is now Russia. Your genre is metallic music or gothic metallic music?
Exactly. I have two projects, two main projects. One is Svartskalder. It's called Svartskalder.
Svartskalder,
this
yeah.
is black metal. This is really not so popular music genre. It has nothing in common with gothic rock and gothic culture. This genre was born in Norway in 90s by such bands like Burtum, Mayhem, and here in Russia this genre is not so popular like in Europe or in America. So this is like the deep underground. You know, there is some audience that some crazy guys who just love blast beats and grinding guitar tones, and I think these guys will exist forever. You know, in every generation, these guys appear every year, and this small culture, this small audience will live, and that's beautiful. I think.
Besides your project of black metal, you talked about two projects. You talked about the black metal. I'm open to all forms of music. I'm open to all forms of music. You talked about black metal. What is the other project that you're working on?
My other project is basically called Nordloth as my channel. This project is a little bit wider. You know, I write some metal songs. Maybe you heard the Winter is Coming song on
I heard
my channel.
it. I love it.
This is actually. Oh, thank you, really. I appreciate it. This genre is maybe a mix between melodic death metal and folk metal, because I used a Russian folk instrument, balalaika, a small guitar.
Yeah, the balalaika, the one with the small guitar, sort of like triangular. Small guitar, little but triangular, like triangle.
Yes, that's it. And I've used a German folk instrument, accordion. So this is the way the genre. You can call this genre folk metal and folk music, because the musicians that play in this genre use folk instruments. So this music is not exactly folk, because this music is not written by a folk, a bunch of people. You know, this music is written by one author, and logically it can't be it can be folk music, but it is just because of the instruments, and that's it, basically. And of course, I just love sing and play acoustic guitar, and some of my songs of the upcoming album will sound like this. Basically, the acoustic guitar and my voice, my clean voice, not the extreme vocals, because I just love it.
Good. My next question is, how do you see the future of dark metallic music or black metal music in Russia? I know it's not well received in Russia, but that would be at the present. But going to the future, how do you see the future of black metal music or metallic music in general in Russia?
As I said, these crazy guys who loves grinding guitar tones and blast beats and everything surrounding this kind of music, they will appear in next generation. So this audience, in my opinion, they will never disappear, because there will be in every generation there will be some lonely people that want something not ordinary. You know, when you listen to popular music, it doesn't give you this emotional punch. You know, this music does. Not every, of course, but to sum up. But when you listen to metal, it just blows your mind. It just hit you right in the face and just fire you up with energy and yes, I will do it. This kind of thoughts. And I think the future of metal music in Russia is predicted by those crazy people who feel that energy, that punch, that black metal and metal music in general gives to people. So I think this genre will have more and more listeners. That's my opinion.
Great. At least you have a follower. The metal music in Russia has a follower in me, and your music also has a follower in me. That's another reason why I invited you to be interviewed. And and your music is great, and it's going to be seeing a lot of potential.
Thank you.
Where can we find your music?
Where? You know, there is one track of Nordloth in Spotify, on Spotify. Sorry, and there are a couple of albums or Solsvartur on Spotify. And on my Bandcamp page, you know, bandcamp.solsvartur.com. I also have a merch, t-shirts with an art painted by my friend related to the new Solsvartur album that's called Songs to the Sun. It came in February. You can listen it via Bandcamp and Spotify. Just Solsvartur, Songs to the Sun. Yes.
Great. Before leaving, I do want to tell you that not only does metallic music in general inspire me a lot also, your music has also inspired me. When I'm like very fatigued at work or even here in the computer, I hear metallic music and I get like a very high energy. The same that happens with me in sports. If it weren't for the metallic music, I wouldn't be able to go really active and go very efficient in my jobs. I do want to thank you for coming here on such a short time, and for me it is a pleasure and an honor. I'm going to be saying goodbye to everybody here, and then after I say goodbye to everybody, I'll be saying goodbye to you separately. This video, which is re-recorded, will be published in YouTube, plus I have 2 other platforms, BitChute and Brighteon, just in case YouTube decides to do unto me what I hope they don't do unto me, which is called censorship. It used to be that the United States didn't have censorship, but that's another issue that I'm going to bring. That's another issue. I want to just simply enjoy the metallic music and say it was a great pleasure and honor having you here, and we hope to hear you soon after you release more material, or when we go in the near or distant future on the evolution of metallic music in Russia. Spasibo.
Thank you very much.
Spasibo.
Пожалуйста, на здоровье.
That's the only Russian that I understand, but I want to wish you the best. I'm going to be saying to my public, best wishes to everybody, and may God bless you, and peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere.